Hello everyone, Hawaii Favo here. Today is day 7 of week 5, and what that means is as these guys have had no visible health issues during that 5-week quarantine period, they are ready to go into the display tank. So we're gonna get them into the display tank, get them acclimated, and then I'm gonna show you their release into the display tank and then their first couple minutes interacting with the tank and its inhabitants. Okay, so here we are down at the display tank. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon and the lights are currently at their maximum brightness. So ordinarily, or depending on the fish that you're adding, you might want to actually turn your lights off. For the purpose of this video, and because of the fish that I'm adding and because of the fish that I have already in the tank, I'm actually going to leave the lights on. I'm not expecting any aggression issues from any of the tank's inhabitants or from the anthiuses either. The anthiuses aren't exactly shy fish, so I'm not too worried about them freaking out being in a community tank like this, especially when I don't have any fish that are going to be aggressive to them. Now, if I had other anthiuses in the tank, or I was introducing a more aggressive fish, or maybe another angelfish, or if I had existing tanks in the tank and I wanted to introduce more, then I would absolutely shut the lights off. But as I said, because of the fish that I'm adding, and because of the fish that I have in the display tank, and because I want to film this for you guys, I'm not going to turn the lights off. So we're going to go ahead and get started now on getting these new additions acclimated to the display tank. Alright, so here we are down at the display tank, and as you can see we're drip acclimating the lyre-tailed anthias fish. I like to use my acclimate whenever possible. I just stick it under the water line in the refugium and just do a drip acclimation, and I find that's quite a simple way of doing things. However, because I've got 4 lyre-tailed anthias fish, they're just not suitable for that acclimate, unfortunately. So I'm using the bucket, and I've pulled a heater, and I've also got an air stone and 2 pieces of PVC piping in there. And as you can see, they're all swimming around. They seem pretty relaxed, and I think they're about ready for the display tank. However, I'm going to let this bucket fill up again. I actually let the bucket fill up twice, and that way I know that there's the water from enough water from the display tank in there that they've been exposed to, that they're now fully acclimated. So that's going to be about another half hour. I'm going to move all 4 of them at the same time with 2 nets, 2 fish in each net, into the display tank. And I've also got a jug right here of freshly mixed salt water just to top off the water that's coming out of the display tank. That way I avoid the auto top off kicking in and replenishing that water. So we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll see those fish going into the display tank for the first time. Alright everyone, so here are the fish ready to go. I've filled up this container with some display tank water, and I'm now going to pour them into the display tank. So we'll see how they go. And they are off. They immediately go into this cave down here. I'm going to go ahead and close the lid. And we'll see the normal LEDs come on. There we go. Everyone's checking them out.
Wow, everyone's coming to say hello. No aggression so far. Clowns are behaving themselves. Mikoska Flasheras is just making himself known. I think he looks absolutely amazing when he starts showing off like that. I don't see it very often. Alright, well, so far so good. I'm going to cut it short here. I'm going to monitor them and then we'll come back maybe in an hour or two and see how they're doing. Alright, so it's been about 3 hours now since I first introduced these guys to the display tank, and they seem quite settled, I'd say. There's been no signs of aggression from the other tank inhabitants, and they haven't shown any signs of aggression towards anybody else either, so that's really good. The Mikoska Flasheras was the only one who was really showing any kind of abnormalities, in that he was showing himself off a little bit. But that's absolutely died down now, and in fact he's been swimming with them for periods of times as well when I've been keeping an eye on them. So I'm going to go ahead and feed the tank and we'll see how things go. Going on from this, the quarantine tank is going to be emptied out, and I'm going to refill it with new display tank water because I'm about to place an order with Diver's Den. And that order is going to contain 2 fish, one of which is going to be my showpiece fish. So I'm very, very excited about that. And I will definitely bring you guys more information on that when we get to it. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been a success, definitely, apart from the loss of the previous lytail Anthias fish. But apart from that, I'm really pleased with how things are going, and I hope you guys have benefited in some way from this sequence of videos with regards to, you know, ordering online, quarantining, and adding new fish to your display tank. So until next time, I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.